Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOUR, FRINDS, and Washington, Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Hold on to your seats because the NFL rumors are swirling around the potential blockbuster trade that could shake up not just the NFC East, but the entire league. The buzz is that the Washington Commanders are eyeing Cincinnati Bengals star wide receiver Ja'Marr Chase. Yes, you heard that right. Chase, a dynamic, explosive playmaker, might be heading to Washington. And if this trade goes down, it could be one of the biggest moves of the 2024 NFL offseason. Some insiders are even saying that the deal is almost certain, though nothing is set in stone just yet. The trade deadline on November 4th is rapidly approaching, and teams are pushing hard to make their moves. The rumors indicate that the Commanders are prepared to offer a first-round pick in the 2026 draft, along with a third-round pick in 2027. On the other side, the Bengals are contemplating a rebuild, especially after a disappointing 2024 season that saw them miss the playoffs and face cap challenges. Post-2024, Cincinnati is likely to shift gears, freeing up cap space, about $11 million, and focusing on building through the draft and free agency, particularly on their defensive line and offensive line. Reports suggest that the Bengals are prioritizing acquiring more picks to strengthen their front seven, which allowed nearly 4 sacks per game in 2025. Now, why would the Bengals consider trading Chase? Well, they're in a bit of a cap squeeze after extending Joe Burrow, and with just $11 million in cap space left, they need to make some tough decisions. The defense has struggled, ranking 24th in EPA per play, so they're looking to rebuild their roster efficiently. Windfalls like Chase's $105 million, $4-year contract make for logical trade chips, especially when the team's focus shifts to developing younger talent and acquiring draft capital. But for Washington, this is a game changer. Chase, at just 25 years old, is a game-breaking wide receiver. Since entering the league in 2021, he's amassed over 500 receiving yards and 35 touchdowns, with an incredible average of nearly 90 yards per game. His speed is elite, running a 4.38 40-yard dash, and he's known for his precise route running, high YAC yards after catch, and his ability to make contested catches at a high rate. Last season, he led the league in contested catch percentage, making him a mismatch nightmare for defenses. Now imagine pairing him with Terry McLaurin, two burners stretching the field and forcing defenses to pick their poison. If Chase joins the Commanders, we're talking about a serious upgrade to the air attack. Jahan Dotson, who's shown flashes of brilliance, would benefit immensely from the added attention Chase commands. That would open up more space for Dotson, Curtis Samuel, and even the tight ends, creating a more dynamic and unpredictable offense. The impact on the passing game could be immediate, with projections estimating an extra 100 yards and around 9 touchdowns over the remainder of the season. It's not just about adding a star. It's about transforming the entire offense into a more explosive, high-powered unit. And let's not forget the defense. When an offense is as potent as this, defenses are forced to stay honest, leading to more turnovers and better field position. Chase's presence could also elevate the confidence and aggressiveness of Washington's secondary, knowing they have to account for his deep threat ability. It's a classic case of a rising tide lifting all boats. Plus, with Chase on the field, the Commanders could see a significant uptick in EPA per pass, expected points added per throw, which would make their aerial attack more efficient and threatening. Now, for the bigger picture, this move could dramatically influence the NFC playoff picture and the Super Bowl odds. Currently, Washington's Super Bowl odds are around plus 12-0, pretty long, but with Chase on the roster, those odds could shorten significantly. NFL experts like Diana Rossini are even suggesting that Chase could be the X factor in the playoffs, especially in the red zone where his catch rate is nearly 80%. His ability to make clutch plays in tight situations could be the difference between a first-round exit or a deep postseason run. The NFL community is already buzzing about how this trade could be a spark for the Commanders to push past their current limitations. Adding a player of Chase's caliber is reminiscent of the impact A.J. Brown had after joining the Eagles in 2022, boosting their aerial yards significantly and making their offense much more explosive. Chase's speed, combined with his route precision, makes him a true game-changer. His presence would also take pressure off McLaurin, allowing him to operate more freely and create mismatches all over the field. From a strategic standpoint, Washington's coaching staff would need to adapt quickly to incorporate Chase into their game plans. His ability to stretch the field vertically would open up more underneath routes for Dotson and the tight ends. This would put defenses in a bind. Do they double Chase and leave other receivers one-on-one, or do they focus on containing the run and deep passes? Either way, the Commanders could see a boost in their offensive efficiency, especially in high-leverage moments. Looking at the big picture, the potential trade isn't just about acquiring a star receiver. It's about sending a message. Washington isn't just content with being a middling team. They're aiming for serious playoff contention. Chase's addition would signal that they're committed to building an offense that can compete with the best in the league. And considering how the NFC East is shaping up, with the Eagles and Cowboys always in the hunt, adding a player like Chase could be the piece that elevates the Commanders into serious Super Bowl contenders. The ripple effects even extend to the Bengals' future plans. If they go through with the rebuild, it's likely they're betting on their young quarterback, Joe Burrow, and a revamped defense that will focus on speed and pass rush. For Cincinnati, this might be the start of a transitional phase, and trading Chase now could be a strategic move to stockpile draft capital and rebuild their roster from the ground up. For Washington fans, this is undeniably an exciting time. The prospect of Chase donning the burgundy and gold is enough to make anyone dream about a high-octane offense that can compete with the best in the league. His addition could turn the tide in the NFC East, making the Commanders a serious threat not just in 2024, but for seasons to come. It's all about timing, and with the deadline looming, the coming days will be crucial. Will Washington pull the trigger? Will Cincinnati see this as the best way to rebuild? Only time will tell, but the possibilities are thrilling to imagine. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. In conclusion, the potential acquisition of Ja'Marr Chase by the Washington Commanders is shaping up to be one of the most exciting and impactful moves of this NFL offseason. It's a move that could redefine their offensive identity, bolster their playoff chances, and perhaps even propel them toward a Super Bowl run. For the fans, it's a thrilling possibility, one that would energize the entire fan base and send shockwaves through the league. Chase's unique combination of speed, route running, and contested catch ability makes him a perfect fit for Washington's offensive scheme, especially if they want to maximize their scoring potential and take down tough division rivals like the Eagles and Cowboys. The trade, if it happens, would also send a message across the league. The Commanders are serious about competing now, not just in 2024, but in the long term. It would be a bold statement of intent, signaling that they're willing to make aggressive moves to build a team that can contend for the Super Bowl once again. The NFC East is already one of the most competitive divisions in football, and adding a player like Chase would make it even more so. It's a move that could spark a new era of excitement for Washington fans, and it's certainly one to watch in the coming weeks. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. Do you think Chase would be the perfect piece to unlock the full potential of this offense? Or do you believe the Bengals should hold onto their star and focus on rebuilding around Burrow? Whatever you think, let's get the conversation going. I'll be back soon with more updates and analysis, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. This is a time of big changes, and the future looks incredibly exciting. Thanks for sticking with me, and as always, let's go Commanders.